Tony Gaskins here. Wanted to talk to my fellas. Fellas, look, man. I want you to sit down today and get the lesson. Sit down today and get the lesson. None of us are exempt from temptation. None of us are exempt from mistakes. We will all make mistakes. I've made many mistakes in my life. But this is one thing that I've learned on the journey is don't take grace for granted. See, God gives you grace and mercy, and He allows you to make some mistakes. We make mistakes in our dating relationships, in our marriage, but if you take grace for granted, you will get exposed. See, a lot of times when a man gets caught cheating, that's because he took grace for granted. He got messy. We can say anytime you cheat, anytime you do anything wrong, it's a choice. But for the sake of us being human, we call it a mistake, an accident. So if the first time is a mistake, then the second time has to be a choice. The third time is a habit. If you do it a fourth time, now you just downright messy. You've just disregarded everything. And guess what? It is not long before you get exposed. Think about it. Anything you do, if you cheat on a test in school, if you steal from a store, if you're doing something illegal, if you're cheating on a woman, abusing a woman, if you're lying, deceiving, manipulating, anything that you do, when you continue to do it, eventually you get exposed. Now, we just saw Kevin Hart go through. We see this stuff in the media, the celebrity relationships. So those are the big examples, but we got a lot of everyday average people, who making the same mistakes. When will we learn? When will we get the lesson? Every day I get different women sending me messages, racy messages, just saying stupid, reckless stuff. I don't even respond. Because I'm like, do you really think that I've come this far? I made my mistakes, and I talk to God, and I say, Lord, let my past be my past, and let my present be preparation for an even better future. Do not keep making the same mistakes that God granted you grace to get through. Like, when will we learn? How many times do you have to fall and bump your head to learn how to walk a straight line? Like, how long does it take? Get the lessons. We saw Bill Cosby go through, and we don't know, if it's innocent or guilty. We seen Harvey Weinstein go through. Look, what's done in the dark comes to the light. Not every single thing, if just because it happened, it's automatically going to be illuminated the next day, because God is a forgiving God. So we do make mistakes that we take to our grave. But if you keep making the same choice over and over, that's no longer a mistake. That's a choice. That's a habit. That's a behavior. And guess what? It's going to cost you greatly. So listen to me. This I'm talking to the men who you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. In any area of life, not just relationships, any area of life. Sit down today and get out while you can. Get out while you're ahead. It might still catch you 10 years later. But if you have been granted grace, get out now before you lose your name, before you lose your respect. I just was reading the Weinstein Company is looking to change their name because of what Harvey is accused of doing. His name is being pulled from shows, and the entire company is looking to change their name. Look, stop doing what you should not be doing before it costs you greatly and you lose your name. You lose your respect. You lose your dignity. Turn and sin no more. As He said in the Bible, you've been forgiven. Now go and sin no more. You've been granted grace, mercy, forgiveness. Take that, utilize it, and strive for perfection. You won't catch it. I believe as Vince Lombardi said, but on the way you will catch excellence. And that's what I want to see for the men of today, to stop making excuses, stop settling for mediocrity, stop being average, and desire greatness. It's hard, it's tough to sacrifice and to die out to your flesh, to kill your flesh every day, meaning for those of you who, not spiritual, but to kill that inside of you that's pulling you to do things that you should not be doing. I just saw the NFL coach snorting white substance. I don't think it was sugar. NFL coach, like, we mad at the players for taking a knee, not me, but people mad at the players for taking a knee, people mad at the players for what they're doing, but now you got the coaches who they're supposed to be looking up to snorting powder on the camera. Man, we got to do better. We got to grow. Hey, God bless you. Tony Gaskins here. We'll talk soon. It's my baby coming. Hey, buddy. You had a good day in school? Good.